Hey everyone, this is Jenny from Homestead Corner, and today we're going to do a pressure test on the All-American canner. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to do our pressure test, the company recommends we're going to test our pressure gauge and make sure we get a good seal and everything's okay before we use this. So we are going to, inside, we're going to use a little bit of olive oil, and you can use, they recommend olive oil because you could use vegetable oil if you have a really good quality, but the cheaper oils can gum this all up in here, and you don't want to do that. So just if you have some olive oil, you definitely want to go ahead and use that. And just on the beveled edge, you're going to rub this olive oil on, and this is going to help with your seal. And you do this each time you use your canner. So we have got that. And then we're going to add about 3 inches of water into the bottom of the pot. Two to 3 inches is the recommended amount, and that was about a gallon for the 921 model. Okay, so now we're going to add our lid, and right here on the front of the pot there is a little, let me see if we can zoom this in. Right here on the front of the pot you're going to see there is a little like indentation. So you are going to line this arrow on the front of your pot right up with this indentation. You're going to put it a little to the side and then turn it into place so it matches right up. Okay, so we've got our lid on, and then we're going to take these little like screw things. You may have to loosen some of them up to get them back over the top, but we're going to do 2 opposites at a time. So we got the front and back, and then we're going to work on these 2. And you just want these to be hand tight, no need for a torque wrench. You don't want to go too crazy here. Just hand tight is all you want these. And then we are going to turn our burner up on high until we get a nice steady stream of steam coming out of this vent right here. So I will bring you back once we get that steam. Okay, so we have had a steady stream, I don't know if you can see this here, a steady stream of steam coming up out of our vent for about 10 minutes. We can hear it boiling in there. So we're going to go ahead and add our weight, and I am going to put it on the 10 pounds because that's the weight that I always use. We're just going to put that right on. Just like that. And so now it should start building pressure, and it should be between 8 and 12 pounds. It says plus or minus 2 pounds. So we're going to let that build up and see where we're at. Okay, so we've got this jiggling way too high. We're up to 10 pounds here. So we're going to turn down our burner, because we only want this to jiggle 3 or 4 times in a minute. So I'm going to turn it down to between 5 and 6 and let this settle down a little bit. Okay, so my other canner, I would normally can between 5 and 6 on my stove, which is about a medium heat, but that's still a little bit too high for this canner. So we're going to turn this down a little bit more, and this is why you do the pressure test. You're going to get the right place where you're going to can at. So we're going to turn this a little bit more in between 4 and 5 and see how that is. And we want to make sure that this holds at 10 pounds of pressure the whole time while we're doing this. Okay, so we have got it on about 5 on my stove. Each stove is going to be a little bit different because it's going to heat a little different. So if you have gas or electric or even a different brand electric, it's going to be different for you. But this is at about medium heat, and we're getting 3 to 4 jiggles each time that look like this per minute. So that's exactly where you want to get it, and you want to make sure the pressure stays at 10 pounds the whole time, and then that way you know where you're going to be at. Now we're going to turn our canner off and let this come down to 0 pressure. We're going to let this come all the way down to 0 on its own. We're not going to touch the weight. We're just going to let it sit, and then we will get it open. Okay, so now that our pressure gauge is back down to 0 here, we can remove this weight. And you want to use a pot holder or something because this still can be pretty hot. And you can hear there's still a tiny bit of pressure in there that came out, but it wasn't enough to register on the gauge. So when you open this, you want to do the same way as when you put the cover on, and you want to do opposites. Alright. And then we're gonna, this handle is warm, but it's not hot, and this is like a stay cool. Okay, so just like any other canner, you're just gonna lift your top off, and you're gonna have the back, let the steam come out the back, so you do not want to get burned with this. And then that is it. You are done. So the test is all done. You're ready to can. Yay! I'm gonna get some broth going and get this puppy cracking. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!